Today we are going to discuss about the orientation of science and technology for UPSC civil services. So science and technology, many students they does have a doubt that does it really play a major role with regard to scoring of your marks in prelims and mains, or like we can just have a oversight of the science and technology and a little bit of short notes if we study about it, that will suffice their preparation. Because it's very common that students generally concentrate on the core subjects like history, geography, polity, economy, environment, but they hardly take care of science and technology from the very beginning of their preparation. Today I am going to bust this myth that science and technology is not a subject that you have to allot a second priority. Okay, it is more or so as having almost equal weightage with regard to other core subjects like polity and history also. Okay, this science and technology orientation will be discussed in two parts. Part 1, we are going to see the total prelims related aspects, what to study, what not to study. We will analyze the last year paper also, and before that year, that is 2019 paper also. We are going to have a comparative discussion on the questions being asked in the last 2 years, and also I will be giving you various other insights with regard to science and technology. Okay, before going into that orientation lecture, I will just like to announce two important courses that we are going to launch. That is on 18th of August. So anthropology online course will be starting. It's a purely online course by Sosin ma'am. The national eminent faculty has taught to numerous batches, okay, across the country. So for further details, you can call to this particular number. Very important aspect about the anthropology of ma'am's classes is you will be getting dictation notes, okay, and the printed books and any of the contemporary or current issues related to anthropology. A full-fledged comprehensive material will be provided to the students who are part of the anthropology course. Okay, so remember the batch is going to start on 18th of August. Okay, that is mains batch, obviously. Then another very important announcement is we are going to start CSAT preparation. Okay, paper 2 of your prelims examination, we are going to start from 29th of this month, that is 29th August onwards. And you are going to write almost 6 tests, and you are going to complete this CSAT preparation by 3rd of the September, and you are going to write your prelims on 10th October, right? So 6 texts are being conducted in CSAT. 30 topics of CSAT will be taken up. 300 models, means type of questions, will be included, comprehensively incorporated in the test. And this particular course is available both online and offline. Once you have written the test, definitely it will be followed by a explanation, and the expert team has made it, and it will be well explained, comprehensively explained by the very eminent faculty, Jairaj sir. Okay, so that is all about the new announcement from the Sosin classes. Now let us go ahead with our S&T orientation, that is part 1, which is nothing but preliminary activities we are going to see. Fine. So agenda of this session is very simple. We are going to see the syllabus, we are going to see the weightage and importance of S&T in prelims and mains. Mains will be done in the part 2. Topic wise importance also we are going to see. 2020-2019 question paper analysis, focus topics that should be taken care by the students, and importance of newspapers and various magazines, science reporter, should a student go through them or not, that also we are going to discuss. And technological linkage, science and technology is not only there in GS paper 3. Okay, when we discuss in the mains, you will be shocked to see that this particular science and technology can make you score around 200 marks in the mains examination. How is it related to journal essay? How is it related to ethics? And what are the questions that has been asked in the journal essay and also in the ethics with regard to science and technology? We will discuss in the part 2. But today our total focus will be on the prelim strategy and how to approach the SNT. Okay, for 2022 prelims, like syllabus overview. So this is the direct cutout from the notification itself. Preliminary examination. So very science here, science in mentioned here. General science. General science, it is nothing but 3 important sciences: biology, physics and chemistry. That is all the UPSC want to study, general science. Okay, but many a times it has been seen, not many of times, in all the last year 7-8 years of question paper, previous year question papers, it has been a common affair with UPSC that they do ask most of the questions from not from the general science, whatever they have given in the prelim syllabus, but they will ask from the mains only. Okay, so this is in the prelims exam. Here it is your syllabus, and in the mains, science and technology, the technology component is present in general studies paper 3. General studies paper 3. So what is the syllabus here? Science and technology, the developments in science or technology, and whenever something has been developed, something has been innovated, then it should definitely have some applications, right? And how these developments are used, okay, in order to ease our everyday life. Okay, so we are also going to study about the applications of every technology innovated, developed or upgraded in our country or across the world. Okay, then achievements of Indians in science and technology, indigenization of technology and development of new technology. Then the third one is we should have the awareness. Remember this point, only awareness. They don't want us to become the experts with regard to these domains. If we just have the awareness about these topics like information technology, space technology, computer, supercomputer stuff, robotics, artificial intelligence is not there here, but questions do come from artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, biotechnology, and the issues relating to intellectual property rights. Issues related to intellectual property rights. We call it as IPR. But when you see the question papers of your prelims examination from the last 10 years with respect to science and technology, there are 2 other important topics which are not mentioned in prelims. They are not even mentioned in mains, but they are still questions are being asked in the UPSC. Okay, one is cyber security. Cyber security, though you can classify this in ICT, but I have mentioned here separately. Cyber security is another topic, and another topic we are having here is public health issues. Okay, public health issues, just like COVID. Okay, public health means any disease that is impacting the public at larger scale. Okay, a lot of people are getting affected by that particular disease. Then we consider that issue as a public health issue. Okay, so I hope you understood the syllabus. Prelim syllabus is very simple, general science. Main syllabus is this is it. This is very, very important awareness only with regard to these fields. One more important topic is being missed by the UPSC while mentioning in the syllabus, but still they continuously ask questions from that particular topic. Okay, that is defense. Defense technology. They continuously ask about Agni missile, Prithvi missile, defense exercises, but see, in the syllabus they have not mentioned. Okay, so just by going through the syllabus, if you are preparing yourself, then what happens is you are going to miss out, okay, few questions in your examination. Okay, that is why these classes are very important, orientation classes. Okay, fine. So these are the topics that need to be learned by the student before they are going into the UPSC, writing the exam. Okay, now let us see the marks distribution. Okay, marks distribution. From space technology, continuously from 1995 to 2020, continuously from 1995 to 2020, 14, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2020. Every year, there is always a question being asked in the space technology. I have mentioned from which topics the questions are picked up. Okay, one sometimes even 4. In 2006, they have got 4 questions was asked in the space technology. And one was current affair related, Project Loon. Another one was Li-Fi. From our light CFL bulbs, we have to get Wi-Fi. Okay, means internet connection. Mars orbital mission, Mangalyaan. Okay, that India ISRO has sent to explore Mars, and AstroSat. A satellite was launched in order to know much about the space. Fine, 4 questions. So every time you can see, every year UPSC has made sure that one should be very much aware of these space related activities. Okay. Then let us see the defense. There is no question on 2020, there is no question in the year 2019, okay, 2018 also. But does not mean that they will not ask. Remember this point, they have continuously asked from 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. Indian Naval Symposium, a kind of exercise, INS Astradharini, Indian Naval Ship, Indark, and 2014 they asked about some conventions, okay, chemical weapons, conventions, organizations, and they also asked about a Agni missile, okay, Agni missile. So remember this point, the topics which are mentioned here very commonly asked, okay, again missile, again missile, again missile, again missile. Okay, very, very important. Any naval exercises. Defense technology questions are coming. Okay. Then nuclear. Nuclear technology, nothing but our atomic energy. Okay, there was a question in 2016. Not much importance is given to nuclear energy by the UPSC. They mainly concentrate on space and defense and biotechnology more rather than this one. But still, there is a possibility that whenever there is a current affair related to atomic energy, definitely you have to study. Remember this point here. Definitely you have to study when a current affair is related to what? Nuclear energy. Static data they are not asking. Static concept they are not asking, because these are the, whatever the questions are asked in the nuclear energy till now, all of them were the events or you can say the current affairs of that particular year. Okay, so you have to study this for sure. Then biotechnology, I don't have to say you that 2020 prelims, pro nuclear transfer means what? Pneumococcal conjugate vaccine 2 questions, 2019, 3 questions, 2018, 2 questions, 2017, 1, 1, 2, 2, like that. You can understand that biotechnology has given lot of importance by the UPSC. Okay, so minimum 2 to 3 questions, 2 to 3 questions from biotechnology, 2 to 3 questions from space, and majority of the questions are also focused on what? Communication technologies. Okay, then nanotechnology. Okay, 2020 prelims, they have asked carbon nanotubes applications only. Okay, what is nanotechnology? How does it work? I told you, no, it is all about awareness. You should know what is the technology, what is the definition of technology, how does it work, and what are its applications in the various fields. If you are knowing that much, that is more than enough. Okay, in nanotechnology. Okay, 2020, one question on carbon nanotubes. 2015, another question with regard to how nanotechnology could be useful for health sector. So some processes are given, some methods are given, and we were asked that which one of the following, okay, methods or where you can apply the nanotechnology. Okay, then when it comes to robotics, 2020, again there was a question on artificial intelligence. 2019, again there was a question on augmented reality, virtual reality, and wearable technology. Okay, 2 questions came in 2019 prelims from robotics or artificial intelligence. Augmented reality is nothing but, reality means what? Whatever you are seeing, it is reality. Augmented means when you are seeing that reality in a macroscopic view. Okay, sometimes when you go to malls, you will also get some, okay, goggles given to you, and you look the reality very closely. Every atom and small, even insects you can able to see, right? Means the reality is augmented, means the reality is enhanced. Okay, the sound is enhanced, the picture view is enhanced. That is called as augmented reality. Virtual reality is nothing but a new world is created, and you have to be believed that you are in the new world. Just like in Avatar. In Avatar movie, you might have seen that he went into another world. Okay, and also you might be knowing the famous character Thanos. They went there and they fought it. So that you are living in some other world. That is called as virtual reality. Okay, wearable technology is nothing but the technology which you can wear, and with the help of which you can get lot of benefits. Means you can know, like if I am going for a gym, so Apple gives a watch also, right? With that heart rate, etc., how many calories I have burnt. Okay, so the blood pressure, everything will be seen in that particular watch or not. That is called as wearable technology. Okay, fine. So let us not go into the discussion of it. I have just given a hint what is that all about. 2018, again, an experiment was being carried out with regard to artificial intelligence, that is Belay 2. That was asked. Okay. Then we have got IPR, intellectual property rights. And 2017, one question, 2015 also one question. Okay. So with this, you might have understood that whatever the syllabus mentioned in the mains examination, majority of the questions are coming from these mains related topics only in the UPSC prelims. And general science, which is actually mentioned in the prelim syllabus, has nowhere been a part of the UPSC asking of questions from SNT. Okay. And in that general science only, biology is the most important one. Physics and chemistry, the two subjects has been neglected to zero importance by the UPSC. And in that only biology is important, remember this point. Okay. ICT and computers, information technology, information and communication technology and computers. 2020, no question. But 2019, there was a question on 3G, 4G, what is the meaning of digital signature. 2018, you see, again, cyber security, cryptocurrency, okay, this is not GPA, GPS, then spyware, 3D printing, Aadhaar based interface system. So you can see that how ICT, information communication technology and computers, so much importance is given by UPSC to this topic. Okay, almost like 6 questions. And majority of the questions you can see 3G and 4G, what do? We help to communicate, like we can, the videos, audios, we can easily unload, we can easily download. So that is communication only. Okay, again cyber security. Again communication, GPS is also communication. Okay. Then here digital signature is there. Okay, here biometric is there. Both are to ensure that a particular person is having the same identity or not, right? That is why biometric is taken that it is you only. Digital signature is also taken that it is you only, to ensure that the person is the same. Again, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, communication purpose. What is the difference between CFL and LED? Okay, then what is the Blu-ray disc? It is the old questions, 2011 questions. Okay, so you can understand in ICT, information communication technology, majority of the questions are coming from cyber security, spyware, malware. Recently another Pegasus spyware is also there in the news. Okay, cyber security is most important, and communication technology, any technology which helps to transfer the information, whether it is Bluetooth, whether it is Wi-Fi, whether it is TV, whether it is radio, whether it is Li-Fi, whatever it is, any technology which is able to communicate and any enhancements and improvements are there, that is a topic of importance for your preparation. Okay, so average number of questions. Okay, nearly about, it is continuously increasing, like 8 to 9 questions for sure. 8 to 9 questions for sure. That's why I have to tell all of you students who are not a science background student, you should start preparing the science and technology. Number of questions are almost equal to polity, history and geography. Okay, and that's why it becomes very important, okay, subject with regard to your preparation. 8 to 9 questions, almost 18 marks. Almost 18 marks. Okay, let's now analyze the question paper of 2020 and 19. This helps us to make the strategy very clear. Okay, these are the various important questions I am going to answer. I am going to answer about, should we study the total prelims and main syllabus together? And the answer is yes, right? Right guys? Why? Because prelim syllabus questions are not coming at all. Main syllabus questions are only coming. It means you cannot leave the main syllabus at all for your preliminary examination with regard to SNT. Mains only you have to prepare. What about NCERT? Should we make short notes? Should we concentrate more on current affairs? What about the questions from various technologies? What about the Hindu newspaper, Science and Tech edition? What materials to be followed? Which magazines to be followed? Static concepts, should we read more, or current affair should we read more? Okay, so many students do ask me that, sir, I am not a science student. If I skip SNT, can I get through the examination? That is all. That also they will ask me. Okay, so one by one, student has questioned me many things, so I have prepared a chart of it so that it will be helpful to you also. Should we study the total prelims and main syllabus? The answer is yes, as I have told you many times till now. Okay. Second, third question, should we study NCERT? Okay, it is very good if you study the NCERT. Why? I will also tell you that also. First of all, it gives psychological boost to the student that, okay, he has covered his NCERT, his confidence level will go up the moment he is done with NCERT, because it is a common practice by every topper or every experienced faculty that they always recommend NCERT. So if you study it, then it is psychologically you will be at the advantage side. And another importance of NCERT is questions do appear in the examination directly from NCERT. So NCERT could not be neglected at all, at least in case of what? Science and technology. Okay, means NCERT you should study. What about short notes? Do you need to prepare it? Of course you need to prepare it. Then what is the use of reading the NCERT itself? It will become very absolute, okay, or like I can say, it will become in a vain exercise. It will become a obsolete or a vain exercise if you study but don't make the notes of it. Okay, so it is very important. If you don't make the notes, no use of reading itself. Okay, and it is very important that when you have prepared the notes, if you are doing any test series, if you have come across any concept, a static concept, you can directly go and check in your short notes only. So you cannot just take out the 7th class NCERT or 10th class NCERT and try to go to the particular chapter and try to see that whether it is properly there or not. That all will only consume your time and makes you disinterested in the topic itself. That's why short notes, a static concept you have seen somewhere, just go to your short notes and you can just cross check and verify. How much time we should allocate to the NCERT? Not more than 15 hours. In 15 hours, you have to complete your science and technology, science, all the general sciences, and majorly biology only you have to concentrate. From 6th to 12th, biology should be read. Physics and chemistry should be read at the last. Remember this point. And many people may be wondering that, sir, it is very difficult to complete the NCERT in 15 hours. I'm not asking you to like be thorough in that, and you're not going to give the NEET examination as such. So I'm just trying to tell you that have a reading, okay, 1 or 2 reading in just 15 hours. Okay, right. First one, why we should study the NCERT. Okay, 2020. Which one of the following statements are correct regarding the difference between plant and animal cell, directly picked up from the NCERT biology? Directly picked up the question. That's why you have to study in the NCERT. Okay. Then 2020 carbon nanotubes. A question has come in the prelims. Carbon nanotubes. Okay. Then you see carbon nanotubes. Nanotechnology is again mentioned in the emerging trends in computer and communication technology. Computer and communication technology. Okay. So you can see that carbon nanotubes are biodegradable, right or wrong? Means they are, if anything is degrading and not staying in the environment, means it is eco-friendly, it is environment friendly. Okay, it is being decomposed by the organism, it is environment friendly. The fourth point here is carbon nanotubes are biodegradable. So in your NCERT it is properly mentioned that they are environment friendly, right or wrong? And it is also expected to solve many health problems. Okay, again you can see it also helps to solve antigens, human bodies, etc. Though with the help of the elimination method, though all the biochemical sensor, this point is not mentioned, but with the crux of that particular paragraph, you can easily do your answer. Again, directly picked up from what? NCERT. Okay. Again 2020 prelims, consider the following statements. That is all about genetic changes. Okay. The chapter is genetics. From that particular chapter you can pick up this question. Okay. 2019 they asked about hepatitis B virus. It is there in NCERT Human Health and Diseases Class 12 book. Class 12 book directly. Okay. Then 2019 RNA interface technology. RNA interface technology. That question came, and NCERT biology chapter 12, again you are having this RNA interface technology. 209, the page number is also mentioned there. Okay. So are you able to understand why you have to study NCERT properly? And if you see all these questions, they are not part of physics and chemistry. They are part of only biology. That's why biology has to be stressed more, and NCERT should be read by all the students, and short notes have to be prepared. Okay, because you can directly answer all these questions. Okay, again 2018 you are having from the physics question came. Then again there was a question in 2018, again it belongs to NCERT biology class 12, etc. Then leaf modifications, again it is there directly picked up from NCERT. Right. So NCERT have to be prepared in order to answer the static concept, that is very clear. Now, should we concentrate more on current affairs? What about the current affairs and how to prepare? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. You have to do that. 2020 prelims, there was a question on pro-nuclear transfer. If you don't study the concepts, static concepts, first of all, a student who want to answer this particular question, he should know what is the meaning of in vitro, he should know what is the meaning of pronuclear, stem cell, fertilization, mitochondrial diseases. If he knows all of these words, aware of these words, then only he can do this particular question, otherwise it is a gone case. Again, this particular question is mentioned in the public health diseases in our NCERT. Okay. 2017, there was a question on, see, nuclear transfer technology, here pro-nuclear transfer technology. Okay. Any technology which is having what nucleus related aspects, DNA, RNA related aspects, they are being asked by the UPSC. So this particular 2017, okay, question came, and there was in 2017, on the same question, there was a technology developed. Means current affairs you have to study, then you can do some questions out of the current affairs itself. Okay. 2020 prelims, there was a question on pneumococcal conjugate vaccines. It is not there in the static concepts, okay, but it has been continuously. Okay. The Hindu newspaper 2021, again the Hindu newspaper 2021, again the Hindu newspaper 2020. Continuously there was news with regard to pneumococcal conjugate vaccine. Okay, so definitely one should study current affairs with regard to science and technology of that particular year. Then we are having visible light technology. Visible light means the light I can see, this is visible to me. Technology means, can we use it for communication, can we use it for Wi-Fi purpose, can we use it for internet on things. Okay, again there was same question with regard to LT, long term evolution, and Volta. Long term evolution and Volta. These two questions, 2020 and 2019, they were asked based on what? Some events in that particular year, current affairs. Like you are having the Hindu newspaper 2016 is talking about light spectrum, Li-Fi, visible light spectrum. Again in the year 2017, the Hindu newspaper is talking about Li-Fi, okay, lights, near visible lights. Okay, then Economic Times also, what is the visible light communication? What is the visible light communication? Means these two questions are asked based on the current affairs, okay, of that particular, before that year or on that particular year. Okay. Then all you want to know about VoLTE. Okay, again Indian Express, idea expands VoLTE, right? So what is this? So current affair based questions are being asked in the UPSC. Okay. Then one question came with regard to solar water pumps in 2020 UPSC prelims. Okay. Then this was also news 2020, 2015. This is not important, but again 2020 the question came, 2020 there was a news with regard to solar powered pump sets. It came in the news. As agriculture is very, very important for our country, any development with regard to agriculture, with respect to increase its productivity, with respect to make the water utilization efficiency, with respect to spraying of insecticides or pesticides or fertilizers, any development, any improvement in the agriculture with the help of technology will be the topic of importance for your examination. Okay. Then we are having wearable devices. Wearable devices, what are they useful for? Okay, what task can we accomplish with the help of wearable devices? Just like I told you that I can see the BP also, right? So wearable devices are there everywhere. The Hindu, it is mentioned. Okay, wearable technology, the Hindu, it is there. Then again, wearable tech, the Hindu, 2015. Okay, wearable devices, 2019. Are you able to see? There are many questions that has been continuously appearing on the basis of current affairs being mentioned in Hindu or the Indian Express. Okay, so we already till now what we have learned, we have to do NCERT, Why? Because directly questions are coming from NCERT. That we have understood. We have to do current affairs of the Hindu newspaper and the Indian Express, because we have seen with proof that questions are picked up from the that particular year related current affairs. Okay. Now we have also seen that various technologies, like I have given a tabular form. No, questions are being asked on space and defense, missiles, ICT, computers, nuclear energy, robotics, artificial intelligence, cyber security. So one should be thorough in NCERT, one should be thorough in all the various technologies and also in current affairs, so that you can easily get through your SNT preparation. Okay, this is cyber security. The terms WannaCry, PETA, Eternal Blue are related to many times in the news, just like Pegasus software, spyware. Then space technology, Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System, 2019 question. Okay, more static one. Mean in space, if no new launches are there, like COVID was there, so ISRO has not launched any satellite. So at that time you can expect that static concept will be asked. But any satellites being launched, okay, which has been in the news and it has been taught everywhere, etc., then it is important that you should know about it. It has got importance everywhere, means you should learn it. Static means in space technology also, one should not ask me that shall I study static or current affair. Both are important. Okay. Then again, the difference between PSLV and GSLV, again a very static concept. Very static concept. Okay. Then this augmented reality, artificial intelligence, static concepts. This is also static concept. Blockchain technology, very much in the news. Okay. Cryptocurrencies. Blockchain technologies means what? Cryptocurrencies. They are always in the news, and they will be in the news for next 3-4 years till they are regulated or all the governments adopt or embrace them, until and unless this particular topic will not die down. So it is very important that you should always make sure that you are very good in blockchain technology related topic and also cryptocurrency. Okay. Direct questions they will ask you sometimes. Okay. Consider following pair of terms, then the word. Okay. Then what is Cas9 protein? Only terms and terminologies. What is this term stand for? What is this? What is in the news? What is it? Etc. So please make sure that one-liner questions are also being asked. If you just know about the technology, that is more than enough. Okay. One new thing has been observed in the 2020 prelims examination. Now the question is what it is. Before, what used to happen, like Mars missions are there. Like USA has launched Mars mission like Maven. We have launched MOM. Okay, India. European also has launched like that. So they used to ask, find the correct pair. 1, 2, 3. Find the correct pair. So we say only 1, 1 and 2 like that. Now for the very first time, it has been the case till now that they will give the mission and who launched it and mission specification. Okay, mission specification. For the very first time, what happened in 2020 prelims, they have given the missions and they're asking the objective. So it is actually the objective of one of this mission. It means every student from now on should know the mission and its objective. Okay, in the reverse manner they have asked in the examination. Okay, again IAEA safeguards question has been asked and it was also in the news 2009, 2014, 2020, 21. So continuously when some things are being repeated, then that is a topic of importance for your examination. Okay, cyber insurance, cyber related, all the things a student have to be perfect. Cyber means you have to be very much perfect. Every time in the news, cyber insurance will be there, cyber security will be there, cyber, you are also having cyber harm is also there, malwares are also there, etc. Then another question is, can we study Science Reporter magazine? My answer is no for the preliminary examination. Don't study it, just waste your time. Okay, it is important only for the mains, and that too few topics only. I have gone through the magazine. Okay, 5, 7 every year 3, 4, 5 magazine I have seen. what I have seen is many things are very deep and not that related to our examination. Only few articles will be there related to examination. So you should consult your faculty, then only you should read that particular topic. That is very important. Prelims, no need, as we have not seen anything from science reporter. Either we have seen from NCERT or we have seen from current affairs. That's all. We have not seen more than that anything. Okay. I'm not a science background student. Should I don't study, then also can I get through the examination? No. Okay. I am science student, but still I have to do economics. You are economics student, still you have to do science. I do understand that as non-science student, okay, may require more time to prepare for the science related subjects, but it is mandatory. You cannot skip it. It's not 1-2 marks so that I can suggest you leave it. Not possible at all. 8 and 9 questions in the prelims and 200 plus score in the mains is not a small thing that it could be neglected or that could be allotted second priority. So every student, non-science background student, have to study science and technology. Slowly you will do it. Okay, you may not understand everything all of a sudden, but slowly you will get the understanding of the various concepts of biology, technology. So that is all good only. And anyhow, even engineering students are also there. They are very good at ICT also and computers, so they can have their advantage. Some parts are difficult, but you can have it over a period of time. But it is yes. The answer is yes. You cannot go through. It means yes, you have to study. Remember this. What a student should do, what a student should not do. Okay. Cover the NCERT from 6th to 10th class. Okay. Only biology. Okay. First of all, with regard to science, NCERT books, don't study physics and chemistry at all altogether. Just study biology, complete biology from 6th to 10th, and 11th to 12th selected chapters you have to study from biology only. No need of physics and chemistry. Make short notes, very important. What you do is, you make a spiral binding. Okay, 50 pages you give for space, 50 pages you give for defense, 50 papers for biotechnology, 50 papers for like nanotechnology, robotics. Like that you make a spiral binding, so that if any excess is there, excess need to be written more than 50 papers, you can add also. But all your data or information of science and technology should be in one place. Don't have three books at a time. Then again you will not be able to complete at least one chapter, and you will always feel what? Low confidence about it. So keep all the things intact at one place. Okay, so when you are done with current affairs, when you're done with static data, conceptual data, when any new current affairs in Hindu newspaper you have seen about defense, go to the defense particular section and write down. If you have seen something about space, go to that space section and you write down the current affairs. With that, what happened? Year-long current affairs of a particular topic you can easily get through. Why I am also asking you to write like space 50 papers, you leave it, defense 50 papers, you leave it. Why I am saying means, at the time of mains examination, all the application part will be in front of you. Directly you can write your answer in the mains examination. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, you don't need to gather the information. Physics and chemistry, hardly any questions, leave it. Okay, when you start, don't start at all physics and chemistry. That is just wasteful expenditure of the time. Biology only should be concentrated along with technologies. And physics and chemistry you will learn. Physics anyhow you will learn in various technologies. Like when you're studying space, why satellites are being launched from the eastern side, not on the western side like that. So at that time the physics principles etc. you will definitely learn. Okay, many of that. Follow newspaper, at least one newspaper continuously. One newspaper, Hindu newspaper continuously you follow. Okay, or Indian Express you follow continuously, but don't just skip it. Make notes of new development. That is what I have told you. Every section whatever you are making, you have to make, you have to read from the current affairs, you have to read from any PDF material. Just write down in your whatever the class notes. Okay, don't just pile up things. What you should not do, Science Reporter and other magazines, no need. Reading deep into any of the processes, technology, how it works, how it cuts the DNA, how these two DNA fragments will be attached or ligase enzyme is used for that particular purpose. You should not go into the principles of that particular technology. Okay, you have to just see the application part and what it is and what it is. That's why don't read deep into the process of technology, therapies, etc. Okay, and don't neglect application part. Very, very important. Old missiles, old space launches, never you should study. That is not coming into the examination. Neglecting the static data, purely working on current affairs or vice versa is not allowed. You have to do current and static together, because we have seen both kind of questions in the examination. Never pile up your current affairs. At the end of the year, when you are having the examination, then you are started collecting the SNT, means it will never happen. Okay, you will lose lot of marks in that particular case. So never pile up your current affairs. Okay, avoid compendiums, okay, as they contain way forward, conclusion, etc. Till now, whatever we have seen, it is questions we have seen, it is all about what it is. Nanotechnology, how it is useful, application part, that's all. Okay, and any new word is there, WannaCry, ransomware, Petya, okay, Pegasus, like that is there, what it is. Okay, they have never asked how to deal with that particular issue. Okay, so many of the compendiums will give you that way forward, the background, all that will only elaborate, consume your time. Make sure that you are just studying what is required. The middle part, the actual current affair, what happened, you should study. That's all. Okay, what are the focused areas students should concentrate other than the static? Okay, like any technological developments with regard to health, with regard to education, a new transfer, a new mode of payment like Paytm, Google Pay, like that, with regard to that, security like drones, etc. Okay, missiles, etc. Internet and communication technology, supercomputers. See, in any technology introduced in agriculture, consider the following statement with regard to drones. How drones could be useful. Okay, how these are only the uses of drones. Only the users of drones. They are not asking how the drones are made, what is the, how they are able to, how one is controlling the drones with his hand, whether it is IR rays are going or UV rays are going, all that is not required. Okay, awareness means you should know how it generally, that particular field will function. So remember, so apart from space, defense, robotics, nanotechnology, biotechnology, ICT, computers, NCERT, current affairs, one should also be aware of, a student should also be aware of any technology introduced in any of these particular fields. That is it. Okay. So in the next session, we are going to see how to prepare for mains and to score more than 200 marks. So I have seen the paper for the last 10 years, and you can definitely score 200 marks from science and technology when it comes to mains. Almost like cutoff is 800, 900, like that. So 1/4 of the marks you can get from science and technology in the mains examination. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in the part 2 of science and technology mains discussion. Have a good day.